So in this question here, we're asked to graph this function. I've already gone through and done the first 4 steps in a previous video. So in this case here, we have a hole at -2, vertical asymptote at -4, and a horizontal asymptote at y=4. So then I have this simplified version after canceling out the numbers for our hole. And now we're going to need to graph this. There's a couple of ways that we can do this. One way is by plugging in points on either side of the vertical asymptote to see where our graph is at, right? Because in this case here, we could either get something similar to our parent function, where it's at the bottom, our curves are at the bottom left and the top right, or we could get a negative of our parent function, have stuff at the top left and the bottom right. So let's take a look at which one that's going to be by plugging in a value to the left of the vertical asymptote. So instead of -4, I'm going to plug in -5. So what that looks like, 4 times -5 minus 8 over -5 plus 4. So -5 times 4 is -20, minus 8 is -28. And then -5 plus 4 is just -1. So we end up getting a value of 28, which is not on our graph, but what we can see here is that what's going to happen is that we're going to have a value way up here coming down, and we're going to have our curve at the top left side, which means that we're also going to have a curve on the bottom right side. Now, again, if I don't ask you for any specific reference points, there we go. It's all graphed. If we were looking for something a little bit more specific, what we could do is we could divide these two. So let's go ahead and do that in purple here, or pink. So if we were to divide this, we could turn this into transformation form pretty easily. So x plus 4 into 4x minus 8. So when we divide here, we get -24 over x plus 4 plus 4. So in this case here, our a value is -24, which we see it's negative because we have flipped this here. We have something that looks like this here. So it makes sense that it's negative. And our a value is 24, meaning instead of 1 to the left and 1 up, we are going 1 to the left and 24 up, which, remember, in this case here, we got to 28, right? So we went 1 to the left and 24 plus 4 is 28. So in this case here, we could graph that point here, or we could choose a different reference point as well on either of these sides.